I have felt it a lot of times that whenever I go out or whenever I'm surrounded by a lot of people or wherever I am into some kind of performance or at a stage performance, and when I feel that people are watching me, immediately after that, I feel extremely drained.
There are a lot of things happening behind that simple handshake, a simple meeting, or going to a public place. There is a lot happening. A simple example in this is when you visit somebody at the hospital, they're down, their aura is down, all their energy is used in healing them, and they need more energy. So when you go there with all the positive vibes, positive aura, then some of your positive energy is transferred to that person so that the healing grows faster. So in spirituality, we do this consciously. As an energy healer, I do this very consciously where I do this energy exchange where people have this negative energy. I absorb that negative energy and then we ground them. This is a very conscious process. So, for an empath, so for a person who is on this journey, who can feel these energies more, they need a guru, they need a person who has gone through this entire situation and they can give you guidance, they can protect you.
Hi everyone, I am Himlata and welcome to yet another Spiritual Raj podcast on energy vampires. Today we have with us Mr. Raj Jain and we are going to talk about what are energy vampires. Hi Raj. So I am very curious to know about what are energy vampires because I have felt it a lot of times that whenever I go out or whenever I am surrounded by a lot of people or wherever I am into some kind of performance or at a stage performance, and when I feel that people are watching me, immediately after that I feel extremely drained. I feel drained after talking to a lot of people. It feels like I have lost the patience somewhere to talk to people, but which is exactly not so. But I feel extremely drained. So I read this concept of energy vampires recently, where I've read that something makes you drained when you're surrounded by a lot of people and you feel extremely low. So what is this about?
Okay. So, what you are feeling is what a lot of people feel when they go out in public. When they meet certain people, they feel very happy. And when they meet certain people, they feel very drained. So, this is a very normal phenomenon. And sometimes people just ignore it. They just, even if they dislike somebody, they would ignore that person. They would say that, yeah, I don't know why I feel drained. But there are a lot of things happening behind that simple handshake, a simple meeting, or going to a public place. There is a lot happening. So let's start by understanding our own energy field. So most of us know that our energy field is called an aura.
Correct.
And if you are going from a very relaxed space in your house, if you've been doing meditation or just relaxing just like that in very good energies, then you go out, you have a good aura, you're feeling good, you're feeling happy, you're feeling excited about meeting somebody. That person can have something that pulls out the positivity in your aura. And this is a concept that a lot of people do not know about. So if you're meeting somebody who's filled with a lot of negativity, then you tend to absorb the negativity and your positivity goes to that person. So a simple example in this is when you visit somebody at the hospital, what is actually going on there? Somebody in the hospital is in very bad energies. They're down, their aura is down, all their energy is used in healing them and they need more energy. So when you go there with all the positive vibes, positive aura, then some of your positive energy is transferred to that person so that the healing grows faster. So if you come back from a hospital, you will always feel drained. If you are going to visit a relative at a hospital, somebody close to you, always you will feel drained in low energies and you would want to crash, you will just want to sleep or just rest for a while. So the concept is the same, that your energy field, when it interacts with someone else's energy field, you do not know what that energy field carries. So if that energy field carries a negative energy which wants to pull out all your positivity, and you do not know how to protect it, protect your aura from depleting, from losing its essence, losing its power, losing its strength, then you will always feel drained around such people. And in spirituality, there's a term given to such people which is called energy vampires. Now, energy vampires are such people who would start sharing their personal stories. They would drain your energies with all their trauma. They will download all their stress on you. And eventually, you will start feeling low after talking to them, and they will absorb some of your positive energy. They'll feel good. So, when they leave, they'll say that it always feels good when I talk to you. But you, when you meet them, you always feel drained because all your positivity went away with that person and they gave you all their stress. So, in spirituality, we do this consciously. As an energy healer, I do this very consciously where I do this energy exchange where people have this negative energy. I absorb that negative energy and then we ground them. This is a very conscious process.
So, Raj, I have a question here. So, on daily basis, we are meeting such people in our lives which are, unavoidable. We meet them in office. They can be our relatives. They can be our friends also. But we just cannot avoid such people. And what do they do is a portion of them, they carry with them and they leave it with everybody. So let's say, for example, they somebody comes to me and tells me, "Oh wow, you're looking so good today. Oh wow, you what a color you're wearing today." So such people, go and leave their auras everywhere to everybody. And it is just unknowingly. They are just not conscious of their own energies, but the people who are conscious of their energies feel their vibrations. So how do we, protect ourselves from such people?
So, most of us do not do any practices in the morning. There is no practice where you cleanse your aura every morning. It's just that you have a sleep, a sound sleep, and you wake up tired also, ready for the next day, waiting for the weekend to refresh and rejuvenate. But if you have a very specific 10 to 12-minute daily practice, which includes breathing, which includes chanting, which includes protecting your aura. So, as you cleanse the negativity inside you, you build a strong aura and you eventually protect it through a ritual. When you do these things and then you go and meet somebody, it is not easy to enter your aura because it is protected. If you shake hands, the barrier is broken. If you hug them, the barrier is broken. With touch, it is broken, the energy can transfer easily. So, there are a lot of precautions you have to take if you're meeting strangers, if you're meeting people who drain your energies. Protect your aura, maintain a distance, and do not connect with them emotionally. As soon as you start feeling for them, as soon as you start thinking that, oh my God, this in so much stress, they would give their stress to you because you made a connection. The connection doesn't need to be physical, it doesn't have to be a shake hand. The connection can be energy wise. You open your aura up, you start feeling what they're feeling, and the energy is transferred. So, three practices: meditation, chanting, building an aura, and then protecting it. After you do that protection, following these precautions that I just said. So, this will help you deal with such people.
So, Raj, there are certain people who are empaths. Empaths, it exactly act like a sponge, basically. They absorb all the energies from other people into them. Even they do not want it, still they are absorbing certain energies and which drains them exactly right after their office or in the evening. And it sometimes disturbs the sleep cycle also, and sometimes these energies which they absorb as an empath, it turns somewhere as a physical pain into their body. So how these people should protect their auras and protect themselves, because somebody's basic nature cannot be changed. So how can empaths protect themselves?
See, empaths are people who feel everything more than what everybody else feels. They feel emotions, they feel energies, they get affected a lot, they get sick a lot, and they're very sensitive to the environment that they're in. So, there is a very interesting facts about empaths. So, I have a lot of clients who are empaths, and I had to tell them that they are empaths and they need to take special care of themselves, their aura, the negativity, the places that they are visiting. I had to teach them how to take care of them. So a very interesting fact is that empaths don't even know that they're empaths. They don't know that why do they feel so much for other people? Why do they empathize so much?
Even if they do not want to feel it, they still feel it so much.
Yeah, so it's not in their control because energy is something that they did not learn to control. It's just that they are built in such a way where they feel the energy so much that they don't know every time they go out, every time they meet somebody, they attract something and then they get sick. If they go to a party, most of the empaths you would see, if they're not taking care of themselves, they would definitely get sick during full moon, new moon, during eclipses, when the energies are very dominant, all the empaths are sick. They can't handle such energies if they are not practicing, they're not protecting, if they're not careful and aware that this is a state that they're in, it's very difficult for them.
Even during the full moon and the no moon, as you mentioned, Raj, their emotional state is at an all-time high and an all-time low. They feel like crying for no reason. They are happy for no reason at times, and they can, without even somebody expressing their emotions, they can read somebody's emotions on their face.
Yeah.
So, uh, how can they just because consciously they cannot stop doing it. It just happens because they never learn to control their energies, as you mentioned.
See, if such people go into practices, chanting, any form of spiritual healing, and they start building a very strong aura around them, they start grounding the negative energies. As soon as they feel that they've absorbed something, they should know how to ground that. They should do a very specific practice in the morning, which negates all the negativity that has come in. If something very difficult has come which they cannot deal with, they should definitely have a person who is a go-to person who can actually help them heal it. So I have a lot of empaths as my students, as my clients, who attract sometimes such big negative energies which they can't deal with. So I have to help them through it. I have to make them understand that whatever they're feeling, whatever thoughts they're having, is something which is induced, it's not their own. And once they learn to go through this process, to deal with such situations, once they experience such things, and finally when they get healed, then they realize that yes, they need to take special care of themselves, and they get into stabler energies, and after that they can also help other people.
Okay. So, Raj, the solutions that you are giving us in are wonderful. But what if somebody is sending deliberately all those negative energies towards the empaths? Because already we are feeling so much. So, we can sense those negative energies more because somebody is deliberately sending us. So, how can we protect ourselves from that?
So once you're on this path, when you become an empath, you become more sensitive to energies. You should always do your sadhana under a bigger umbrella where you have a guru, you have a teacher who has been there, done that. He can guide you through these sadhanas, he can prepare you, and he also gives you that protection where you can learn these sadhanas, and deliberately, if somebody wants to stop you, if deliberately somebody wants to disturb your energies, you will have a protection of that bigger umbrella.
Right.
So every time people make this connection with the high energy places like Jyotirlings, and where Mahadev is there, where Adi Shakti is there. There are Siddhapit. So, in such places, when you make connections with such places, you have their protection. It's not easy to disturb your energies. So, for an empath, so for a person who is on this journey, who can feel these energies more, they need a guru. They need a person who has gone through this entire situation, and they can give you guidance, they can protect you. So, if you are at level one, if you're just beginning to understand these energies, if you're looking for protection, if you're looking to learn and grow in the field of spirituality, um, experience higher energies, I am starting a series of workshops where I prepare you for higher energies, where you're protected from negative energies. You cleanse that. You do a 10 to 12-minute sadhana every morning to cleanse your aura, to protect it. And every day, as you do these small bits, you prepare for higher energies. So, this entire journey happens under Spiritual Raj Energy Healing, where right now I'm doing a workshop on 3rd of April, which I feel that if people join in, they will get the benefit of an individual healing. And also, they will learn a 10 to 12-minute practice, which can help them build a very strong aura. Every day, they can clean their negative energies, whatever they attract, and live in high vibrations, remove obstacles that keep crawling in their lives, either in relationships, work, or even money. So I encourage you to register for that workshop and experience this spiritual journey with me.
Well, Raj, that is going to be wonderful experience. Please share the details for the workshop registrations and I would surely join it. As you said, it's on 3rd April. So again, it's somewhere near the full moon time. So again, a high load of emotions, everybody is going to feel around that particular time. So I would definitely join that workshop.
Yes, and it is one of workshops where in future I will bring more levels where people who have prepared themselves for this journey can go into higher energies, achieve material success, achieve spiritual success, better relationships, greater financials, removing obstacles that creep into their lives. I'll talk all about these things into that workshop.
Um, that's wonderful interacting with you, Raj. I hope people join this level one workshop and grow in their spiritual journey. I would like to request our subscribers, our viewers also to please like, share, and subscribe this video and leave your questions in the comment box below so that we can make new videos, make more videos, and can solve your questions further.
Namaskar.